Happy Monday, everyone. Second time going live, you lucky lot. Busy day so far. I've been coaching, I've been YouTubing. Oh, goodness, plenty going on. I've got little Barnabas with me here. See his bum. Come back here, Barney. Come on, come here. Come on, sit down, sit down. Good boy, good boy. So what's happening, people? How's your day going? How are we all looking on this Monday? Let you all check in. I've got a little bit of a break now. I've got a client at 3 o'clock. So I thought I'd just jump online. See if I can help any of you out. Going to do a little bit of Skillist a little bit later. Keep updating my clients. Come and sit over here, Barney. Come sit here, come sit here, come sit here. Come sit here, Barney. Go on. Good boy, good boy. Just sit there, just sit there. Good boy, good boy. Yeah, you can see him there. How are we all doing? How's your Monday going? Just shot a YouTube video today, this morning. Going to be editing that tonight. And that'll be coming out tomorrow. I've reached 100 in the WhatsApp chat group. So there's a bit of free content over there. If you want to go and join it, you find the link to the chat channel, WhatsApp chat channel in my descriptions of this live, should I say. How are we doing? Anyone checking in? What's happening out there, folks? Who have we got? Gav. Hey, Gav. Glad to see Barney has recuperated. Loving the latest content. Thanks, Gav. Yeah, he's been back in the game today after last week and going to the Lake District. Goodness me, he's been a tired boy. But he's back in the game now, aren't you, Barn? Back in the game. Coach Barney back in. How are you, Gav? Are you in good shape? You and Kath? Nice to see you. How's Horn Park these days? In good shape? All the zeros. 14 of you on. Where are you checking in from? America waking up? Well, they've been awake for a little while now, haven't they? Like to do one in the afternoon if I've done one in the morning, and then that way get the American folks on. Let me know if you want me to answer any questions for you. Looks like we've got another question in, Barney. Look like we've got another question in. Oh, no, Gav again. Fairways in need of a good growing period. Yeah, absolutely. It's been super, super dry, isn't it? Unbelievable. Yeah, not great. Sussex is a bit, yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter where you've been in the UK, right? I mean, whether you're in clay or chalk or white, it's all been dry, right? It's all been super dry. Not, you wouldn't want to be a greenkeeper this time of year, that's for sure. Bit of a shout out to young Christos. He's playing out in America this week. Qualified for the underrated grand final, the Steph Curry Cup. Saw Steph Curry watching the US Open tennis last night. You playing much golf, Gav? Playing much golf? John Chung, hey John. Hi Stu. Checking in from New York, love the content. Thank you, John. How long have you been watching my content for? Appreciate the support from the US. If you've not met him before, this is young Barney. Barney, just come sit here. Just come sit here. Come here. Come sit here, Popsy. Come on. Just sit there. Just sit down. Sit down. Sit down. There you go. Just there. Oh, no, come here. Come on, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Come on. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Go on, lay down. Lay down. Oh, well, you see the training's gone well, can't you? See the training's really, really gone well. Back to hitting balls. Thanks for joining me. Right, that one. Gav, have you found a host course? No, not at all, Gavin. Not at all. Proving difficult to do a bit of coaching in the US. Very unlike Europe. Yeah, so I put out feelers, excuse me, with Golf Escapes, but unfortunately they've drawn a blank. So if anyone's watching this and has got a venue in the US that would be interested in hosting me as a coach for a couple of weeks to do a few clinics, I'm all ears. Email me. Desperately trying harder to have a slower backswing. Desperately trying to. Feels like my backswing is about 3 weeks in time. But feels quite nice. Feels quite nice. How many are on? 25 of you on. Thank you for checking in. Any questions you have for me? I've got about 10 minutes. Let's hit something a bit longer. Let's hit some 4-irons. Let's hit some 4-irons. Not sure why I've picked this club up, but hey, let's give it a go. I've hit worse 4-irons. Thanks for joining me, wherever you're watching from. New video coming out tomorrow. This is a 4-iron. If you're just tuning in. Oh. Oh, looks like we've got a question. Gav, the dreaded hook is featuring too often in my golf of late. Any specific feels or drills can work on? Yes, Gav. Take your left hand grip. Right hand halfway down the shaft. And make some swings where you make the left hand move towards your left leg. Then keep it on your left leg and now swing this over the top of it. And as you're doing that, just watch the club face and make sure that the cup that you've got in your lead wrist has got enough shape in it. And that'll back off the face to path value. You see how that left hand is down, club is swinging, got some cup in that left wrist. And then when you start to feel the same thing down through here, that left wrist, when you start to swing through, you should be able to start to feel the swing still and a slightly straighter ball flight. Oh, hopefully that'll help you out, Gav. Adios. Stu, off to the range shortly. In our lesson we worked on the forearm rotation and downwards pressure, which has me hitting a lot of pull draws and toe strikes. Any quick tips on to work on? Get your right hip a little bit more towards your lead foot in your backswing. What that will do is help your path line go a bit more to the right. So as you make a backswing, make your trail hip go towards your lead hip in your backswing, which will flatten out your arm plane a little bit, which will shift your path a bit more to the right. And the path line will work a little bit more to the right, or just aim a bit more right. Those two things will definitely straighten up your path and get the ball starting a bit more right for you. Hope that helps. Len, hi again, Stu. Any tips on finding the correct ball position with all clubs? Tend to always lean towards too far forwards. So the best way to go is set your body, arms out to the side, make your lead hand lift up by bumping your lead hip towards your lead foot. You can see what it's doing to my spine. It's making my spine tip back, which is making my lead hand lift up. Shall I bring the camera a little bit further forwards? That might be a bit nicer for you all. There we are. A bit better. Lead hip a bit further forwards. Then into your posture. Then what you want to do is hang a club off your lead ear. Drop it straight down. That's where your 7-iron to sand iron want to be. And then as you progressively get longer with your golf club, move the ball progressively further forwards. And as you go progressively further forwards, the angle of attack will reduce, and then you will start to get some flight with those longer clubs. Hopefully that helps, Len. Adio. When we talked about that in the lesson, had forgotten it. There you go. There you go. Am I too close? Let's move it back a little bit. I think it was better the way it was because of all of the comments at the bottom. Makes it a bit awkward. Let's just get that lined up. There we go. How are we doing? Perfect. Who have we got here? Asaya 820. Please help me. I would love to help you. I've lost like 20 yards with every iron. But what I don't understand is I'm hitting the centre of the face and taking a divot after the ball and it goes straight. Well, that doesn't mean to say that there isn't something wrong, of course. If you're taking a divot and you've got, I'd be very surprised if you're finding the middle of the face, you're hitting dead straight shots, and you're taking a divot. It doesn't mean to say that you haven't got any angle of attack, or haven't got a light angle of attack. I can take lots of divot, have no angle of attack, which means I'm getting too much dynamic loft on my golf club. So what you need to do is you need to reduce the dynamic loft, which will invariably impart more bend to the left, because when you reduce dynamic loft, you have more of a closed face to path value. Then at that point, you need to put angle of attack back in. So what I would do, I'd check my grip series out first of all, make sure your grip's correct, and then find content that works on angle of attack. That would be the way to go. Let me know how you go. Ben Nip, what do you do to stop hitting hooks with the driver? Well, there's a few things that you can do. To stop hitting hooks with the driver, let's pull the driver out for you, Ben. Let's get a tee out. So, a hook with the driver is a face to path value, the box on the right hand side of the 4 there, will have a face to path value that is some sort of negative value. So you can see there that face to path value is -7. So that's a ball bending left. That's all. A hook is a ball bending too far left. That's it. Let's not overcomplicate it. It's a face to path value that is too closed, too big a negative value. Now there's a few ways that you can offset that. One, if you've got a grip that's too strong. Now the chances are you probably have you might have a right hand that's too much underneath. So checkpoint number 1 would just make sure that the palm of your right hand is more down to the ground with your setup. If you've got that, what you then might want to think about doing is moving the ball back in your stance. Moving your ball back in the stance will take the angle of attack away. When you have less of an up strike and more of a down strike, what you end up doing is you end up starting to make the face to path more positive. So you can now see my angle of attack has gone to -5 down instead of 6 degrees up. And what that did was it opened up the face to path. Ultimately, you've got to make your face to path value more positive than negative. So check your right hand grip to start with. Then move your ball position back in your stance a little bit. I'm only talking a little bit. And then the third one you want to try is in your backswing, is start to encourage a little bit more shape in your wrists. Instead of going bow with your wrist, try and make a little bit more of a cup with your lead wrist. Because when you make more of a cup with your lead wrist in your backswing, so this lead wrist here has more of a cup in it, you can see it there, a bit more cup in it. It gives you an opportunity to start to balance out your face to path. Bit left that one, but it will make your face to path value reduce again, offer itself down to more of a positive face to path value. So there's 3 tips there that will help you hopefully alleviate your hook. LJA, when did you start playing golf and what got you interested? I started playing golf when I was 14 and I turned pro when I was 17. I was over the park, a pal of mine was just practicing and playing, and I just took out a club, whacked it backwards and forwards, loved it. My dad had played, and then off I went. Started at 14. By the time I was 17 or 18, I turned pro, and the rest is history, so to speak. Hopefully that gives you insight. If you want to find out a bit more about me and my past, there's a YouTube channel called Job to Journey, and I did an interview there for an hour with a guy called Peter Cantor, super chap that I coach, and you can find my sort of history for an hour if you want to listen to me drone on. David Rice, cheers. Stuart, I'm having trouble and my balance on both sides of the circle, left hip and right hand and left hip awareness, my balance is off. Any assistance? I would stick a Swiss ball on your bum. Let's put the driver down. I would stick a Swiss ball on your bum. You can see me there just. I'll stick it on your bum and I would make some half back swings and half through swings, keeping the Swiss ball on the wall. And what that'll start to do is start to make you more circular. So the Swiss ball is on my bum, which puts force through the middles of my feet. And as I'm swinging back, I'm rolling the Swiss ball towards the target. And then as I pull this club down, I'm rolling the Swiss ball away from the target, which will start to put, as I say, energy more through the middles of my feet and get me rotating around. Give that a try, David. Zach, the best of my lead hand, the back of my lead hand ends up facing away from me. The back of my lead hand ends up facing away from me during impact. Back of my lead hand faces. So it's bowed then, is that what you're saying? It never really turns over and I end up leaving the face a little open. Is there anything I can do for that? Yeah, so the chances are is that your grip is too high through impact. What you want to do is get yourself set up, lift the club head up in the sky and make some through swings, keeping the club head up. And when you do that, by lifting the club head up and making through swings, what you start to feel is the pad of your left hand having to support the head weight. If you drop the head weight to the floor, you'll feel how your grip is really high. And that grip really high opens the face up. So by getting the club shaft parallel to the floor in your setup and making a few through swings, you will start to change the reaction of what your shoulder feels, what your hip feels and what your foot feels, but more importantly, what your pressure points are through your grip. So that will really help out that ball off to the right and that high hands. Ben Nip, thank you, sir. We'll try today. Let me know how you get on, Ben. Chief Brody, hi Stu. Long irons or hybrids from fairways when the ground is rock hard? Are you saying you have a problem with that? What's the problem? Need to give me a little bit more than that, Chief, if that's okay. Zach, well, that's exactly what my shoulder feels like. Thank you. My pleasure, Zach. Done this before. Sometimes. So I've got a couple of minutes left because I've got a client. So if you've got any dying questions, Barney's fallen asleep. That Barney's fallen asleep. Bit left. Got a comp next week. Yeah, Hankley Common. Looking forward to that. Looks like we've got another question in. Gentle but firm. What a handle that is. Ball first striking tips. Well, ball first striking tips is really about mobility of the right shoulder and the left hip. Most golfers are so intent on pushing sideways in a golf swing to get the ball first. You know, if we're trying to strike, if I'm trying to strike over here as I'm swinging through, golfers invariably tend to try and push their weight and get told to drive their body towards the target. What that actually does is it holds the shoulder back and actually makes the club bottom out even earlier. Simply get yourself, here you go, let me move that camera around for you. Look at this, you hear all this here. If you've not subscribed with this kind of content, I'll be very disappointed in you. So take a TheraBand in your trail hand, put your feet together. Now what I want you to do is step away from the target, and as you step away from the target, pull on the band. As opposed to what you probably will have been advised to do is move more towards the target, and actually what that does is gets you more and more stuck and gets the club bottoming out earlier and earlier, and you start to get those fat contacts. So that side step of pulling the TheraBand towards the target and pushing your hip away from the target will start to get you feeling like you can move that shoulder and create angle of attack and low point more to the left of the golf ball. So you'll start to pinch the ball and create more ball speed. Hopefully that helps for you. What would happen at a golf match if the ball goes to a player, tries to throw it back, but it goes all the way out and it never returns? No idea what you're going on about there. So you have to run that one past me again. But in the meantime, with only 5 minutes to go, I'm going to have a little nip off to go and coach a client. But for now, we've all sent Barney to sleep. Hopefully you've got a little bit from that. Head over to my WhatsApp community page. The link is in this description. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. Loads of live lounge coming your way. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon.